All right, let's finish the rest of this lesson. So on number 8, we're going to move the 11 to the other side. I'm going to leave that space and put my parentheses squared. Half of my middle, x plus half my middle term, which is 5. And then I square it and I put a 25 in that spot. Because it's an equation, I have to do the same thing to the other side, so I'm going to add another 25. Add these two numbers together and get 36. All right, now to get rid of the square, I'm going to square root. And I have to plus or minus square root the other side. Subtract the 5. Negative 5 plus 6. Negative 5 minus 6. I get 1. And negative 11, which are my two answers. Remember, when we square root to cancel out a square, we have to plus or minus the other side to get two answers. All right, now let's keep going, adding different parts. X squared plus 4x equals a positive 4. Pause the screen when you need to. Put my parentheses squared. Half my middle, x plus 2. Square that, put a 4 and a 4. Add them together and get 8. Half my middle. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4 to both sides. Now, I'm going to square root both sides. And I'm going to plus or minus square root the right. X plus 2 equals a plus or minus square root of 8. Factor tree is down to 2, 2, and 2, which is 2 squared, so 2. Keep solving for x. I'm going to get negative 2 plus or minus 2 squared, so 2. And that is an acceptable answer. Because I have a square root in it, I don't have to write it twice. I'm just going to write it as it is. Do another one like that. X squared minus 8x equals a negative 36. Half my middle squared and I'm going quick, so pause it when you need to. Square root both sides and a plus or minus square root. Square root of negative 20 is 2y squared, so 5. I'm going to add a 4. I can't combine those since they're not like terms, so my two answers are 4 plus and minus 2i squared, so 5. Not any different, just we have to clean up some of them. All right, let's keep going to the next one. Same idea. Oh, wrong way. Oh, now I have an odd number in the middle. So I'm going to have to work with fractions. X squared minus 3x equals a negative 1. X minus half of 3 is 1.5, but we're not going to use 1.5. We're going to use 3 over 2. Square that. I'm going to get a 9 over 4. Negative 1 plus 9 over 4. I'm going to change negative 1 and get common denominators to make it negative 4 over 4 plus 9 over 4, which comes out to be a 5 over 4. I'm going to square root. plus or minus square root. Square root of 5, I do not know, so I'm going to leave that alone. Square root of 4 is 2. Last, I'm going to add the 3 over 2. This is an acceptable answer. But what we're going to do is, since these two have common denominators, we're going to put it as 3 plus or minus the square root of 5 over 2. Half of 3 is 3 over 2. 3 over 2 squared is 3 squared, 2 squared, 9 over 4. To be able to do this math, I got common denominators. Negative 4 over 4 plus 9 over 4 is 5 over 4. And then I finish it from there. All right, one last one. All right, 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. This one's going to be a little bit different because I have a leading coefficient. We are not allowed to complete the square with the leading coefficient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by 2. And then I'm going to move my number to the other side. X minus. I want to take half of 5 over 2. I'm going to multiply it by half. That's how we take a half. And that's going to be 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. So half my middle is 5 over 4 because I multiplied 5 over 2 times 1/2. I'm going to square that value. Five squared is 25, 4 squared is 16. All right, so I need to add these two together. My common denominator needs to be 16. So I multiply the top and the bottom by 8. And I get 49 over 16. And the math is up here on the board. Square root plus or minus square root. Square root plus or minus square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 16 is 4. Move the negative 5 over 4 to the other side. Since I have common denominators, I'm going to say, not 7, I'm going to say 5 plus or minus 7 over 4. Put it together as a fraction. I'm going to write both of these now. 5 plus 7 over 4. 5 minus 7 over 4. Negative 2 over 4, which is negative 1/2. 12 over 4, which is 3. And those are our two answers. So for this problem, we had to divide everything by 2 first, because I can only complete the square with the coefficient of 1. Half of 5 over 2. Multiply by half, you get 5 over 4. 5 over 4 squared. You're going to square both numbers, get 25 over 16. I got common denominators of 16. Add them and finish the problem. This is probably a more complex one. You're not going to have many of these. But we need to be able to do all the ones without a leading coefficient and without even thinking. But we also have to be able to add that coefficient and get rid of it. All right, that's the rest of the lesson, and you'll have an assignment in the classroom. Have a great one.